going on, Jerome? Since 2012, the Minnesota Fighting Vikings have had Harrison Smith on the back end of their defense. Horrible Harry, Dirty Harry. Wait, no, Horrible Harry is the other Harrison, because I remembered from the Chiron, Vikings need Harrison. I don't know, maybe Harrison Phillips will help shore up the run defense. I don't know. Like, screw bringing back Cam Akers 3 years in a row. How about bringing back Harrison Phillips after trading him a couple weeks ago? But Harrison Smith, you know, should be a future Hall of Famer. He's definitely a Hall of Fame, Ring of Honor type guy for the Vikings. He's number one in our hearts. And for the last couple of weeks, Harrison Smith has been dealing with a personal medical issue. Didn't participate in training camp. Been up on blocks, limited in practice. And his return's been questionable, right? But the Vikings didn't put him on short-term IR, so that's certainly worth something. Plus, Pelissero, once he gets involved, a player seems close, and it seems like Harrison could return soon, and reportedly he's going to be on a pitch count, but we'll see what happens. And the Vikings secondary, so the depth. There's already questions about the depth, and it was certainly tested with Okudah missing with a concussion, Harrison Smith yet to start, and the Vikings have been employing Dwight Newton-McLaughlin at corner, Kerryon Jayward-Son as the other safety. Tavierre Thomas got in at the end of the Falcons game, but that was really more garbage time. And the secondary was one of the major questions for the Vikings coming into the season, and now it's like, oh, that's the good part. Yeah, because the Vikings' pass defense has actually been pretty good, but having Harrison Smith out there as an extension of Flores on that defense, so it certainly makes sense. Plus, just leadership abilities as well as physical prowess. Now, obviously, he's not first-team All-Pro safety 2017, 2018 Harrison Smith, but he certainly can still bring it in some capacity, and the Vikings defense would be much better with him out there. No disrespect to Kerryon Jayward-Son, but Harrison Smith needs to return. All right, and the major part of it is, like we said, the pass defense has actually been eyed, especially the Vikings are 6th in third down percentage, 1st on fourth down percentage, but the run defense, and it's a complete flip because the Vikings were top 5 in the league last year against the run. Vikings defense this year 31st against the run. Of course, small sample size, 2 games, but 218 yards allowed to the Falcons, and missed tackles, poor run fits, poor execution up front, and you could say that that's a physical thing, but also it's a mental thing. And Flores has talked about, like, Harrison Smith will check into different looks and coverages that other people won't, and getting into the right spot, having the right keys, like, all these things add up at the end of the day. So Harrison Smith, physically, like, he's not the same player as he was in 2017, but also mentally, he's not the same player as he was 2017, 2018. He's much more wise and very well versed and essentially a coach on the field. And I think he certainly would help with that run defense, right? As well as communication on the back end, the way that the secondary lines up and communicate in different route concepts against the offense. Also setting the edge, run fit, toughness. Like, he still can bring that. He's the man in the box, as well as Metellus' versatility, because with Harrison Smith out, Metellus has had to play a bit more of a traditional safety role, and that's not really his bag, as you saw him against the Falcons in man coverage against Kyle Pitts, as well as Bijan quite frequently in Algier too. So having Harrison Smith back definitely frees Metellus up to get back to being the Metellus that's been the hallmark of this Flores defense over the last couple of years, as well as good for team morale and vibe. Like, Harrison Smith, like, he's not a loud and proud, like, shouting type leader, but just his presence back there, like, certainly will improve things, right? And Harrison Smith, knocking on all the wood. Hopefully, his personal medical issue is good to go for the season, because definitely need him back. Harrison, this is also probably going to be his last ride, and let's send him out with a bang as opposed to a whimper. And I think him being back on the field is definitely going to suture a lot of things up with that defense. Also, eventually you're going to get Cashman back, and this defense, like, through 2 games, lots of main issues with the offensive line, letting J.J. McCarthy get smashed with a 2x4 over and over, but this defense, minus the run game against the Falcons, has been pretty damn good, and we'll get even better with Harrison Smith back. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings need Harrison Smith. Check out the injury report. It'll be coming out very shortly. He'll probably be questionable heading to the game against the Bengals, but we'll see. Let us know. Comment section. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skol, production value.